Incense without smoke almost seems oxymoronic. Incense is supposed to smoke, isn't it? Not necessarily. On this edition of Incense Magick, I'll show you how to use charcoal to make genuinely smokeless incense blends. That and more on this edition of Incense Magick. Smoke and incense just seem like they have to go together. To some people, incense without smoke seems, well, wrong. Smoke is actually the result of incomplete combustion. Smoke is composed of tiny particles thrown into the air by the heat of the burning. The only way to eliminate the smoke, but still keep the scent, is to create heating efficient enough to burn the incense completely. The key to accomplishing this is charcoal. Charcoal really is the ultimate base material for most forms of incense making. Charcoal will burn hotter than most other base materials, and it produces virtually no scent of its own. It is critical that you use the right charcoal. You should use low scent charcoal that contains no potassium nitrate, sometimes called saltpeter, lighter fluid, or any other accelerants. That means you should avoid any charcoal that's labeled self-lighting or easy lighting. The oxidizers used in those types of charcoal produce nasty odors. Although it's usually sold specifically for use with incense or, even for smoking hookahs, that doesn't mean it's the right brand of charcoal to use for your incense making. So, sadly, you need to avoid most brands of so-called incense charcoal. Brands like Swiftlight, Three Kings, and virtually all charcoal brands that are sold in rolls, unless they're specifically labeled to show no accelerants are used, those should just be avoided. There are several brands of low-scent Asian incense charcoal that will work well. I'm the only person making incense charcoal in the USA, but I can promise that mine is certainly free from any nasty chemicals, and it is available in powdered form as well as in charcoal tablets. Just visit my website, theincensedragon.com. Now, if you purchase charcoal tablets, they will need to be powdered and sifted before you mix your incense. Purchase powdered charcoal whenever you can, since charcoal tablets might contain their own binder, and that could impact your new incense blend. If you buy powdered charcoal, it shouldn't contain any binder. Now, the high heat from charcoal is one critical component of smokeless incense. Of course, you can use a charcoal base for any incense, even if you don't want to make a smokeless blend. Charcoal's neutral scent and really its outstanding burning properties make it an excellent choice for lots of different incense blends, almost anything. Now, incense with a high charcoal content can pose its own challenges. Since charcoal is a bit stiffer and less malleable than wood bases, rolling cones, for example, with a charcoal base is essentially the same as making cones with a wood base. However, extruding joss sticks or making masala sticks requires a bit more pressure than you would use with wood bases. Charcoal-based incense is usually more brittle than other base materials, so bending the incense, like to make a coil or to make a braid, is more challenging than with other bases, but with practice and care, you can do it. If you ever have a blend that's difficult to burn, try replacing the base with charcoal. The second key component for making smokeless incense is essential oil. Although smokeless incense can be created using whole botanicals like woods, resins, leaves, it takes practice and precise formulation to make certain that they're smokeless. Using essential oils eliminates that problem. If you add an excessive amount of oil, the incense will smoke, but judicious amounts will create the desired scent without any smoke at all. To sum up, all you need to make smokeless incense is 1. Low scent charcoal powder, 2. A few drops of essential oil, and 3. A gum binder. While it's possible to make smokeless incense with a wood binder, it requires a great deal of experience to craft that type of a smokeless blend. Not sure I could do it. A gum binder simplifies things. Using a charcoal base, you can use more gum binder than you would if you were using a wood base. So, enough theory. Let's make some incense. First, a recipe. So you want to use 2 tablespoons of charcoal powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of your favorite gum binder, more than normal. I like to use xanthan gum when I'm working with a charcoal base. Mix the powders completely and then add about a tablespoon or 15 milliliters of water. Use enough water to make a malleable paste or dough. You want to take care not to add too much water or the incense won't be able to hold its shape as it dries, but you also want to make sure that it doesn't crack. If you plan to use more than 1 essential oil in your incense, it's always recommended that you blend the oils together before adding them to your incense dough. Some incense makers actually prefer to blend their oils days before mixing the incense. Once your incense dough is ready, add 5 to 10 drops of essential oil to the dough. It just depends on the strength that you want. Knead the dough for at least another 60 seconds to disperse the oil. And that's all there is to it. Once the oil is blended into your incense dough, you can roll cones, sticks, or whatever form you prefer. Dry the incense slowly in a cool, dry spot for 3 to 5 days. Once it's dry, you can enjoy wonderful scent without the smoke. Well, that's it for this edition of Incense Magic. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Powdered charcoal and gum binders are available on my website, theincensedragon.com. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bright blessings.